Silver. It's one of the most popular tangible wealth building assets that's ever graced the earth. Right now, we're coming off of all-time record highs, but it's stabilizing at more than double the price that it was just 2 years earlier. So the question is, in 2026, should you still buy physical silver? In my opinion, absolutely. I do it every month, regardless of the price. I've set aside a small number of my wages, and each month I purchase whatever that amount will get me in physical silver. Naturally, for the past several months, I've been bringing home less and less. However, over the course of the years, one of the things that I've noticed is as the stock market fluctuates, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, and of course traditionally will go up over time, silver has been remarkably stable. The problem is, for a long time, the stock market well outpaced the appreciation of silver. And there is something known as the gold to silver ratio, which traditionally has sat in the 1 to 60 range, but it peaked at 120 to 1 back in 2010, highest it's ever been. So, at gold being around $4,300 to $4,500 per ounce as of this video recording, silver is trading hands for about $80 an ounce. So, are we on pace to see silver continue the meteoric rise that it saw in late 2025 and early 2026, or are we bound for another decade-long stagnant price for this asset? But here's the deal. I don't really care. And that sounds crazy because in my hand, I have 16 ounces worth of silver, and this is a modest part of the collection that I have. However, the thing about the tangible asset is it satisfies two things for me. One being a wealth building tool and the other one being psychological. And I'll do my best to separate that. Of course, those two normally go hand in hand. The more of one you have, the better the other one is, right? The more money you have, the better psychological health you have, or so we think. One thing that I've noticed about holding physical silver is it is incredibly easy to liquidate. Of course, that is the case with many things these days, especially with stock options and everything being available through online apps like Robinhood and Webull and so on and so forth. However, every store that I go into, every coin shop, every pawn shop will know what an American Silver Eagle is. They will know what a Canadian Maple Leaf is. They will know what a Britannia is. So when I have this silver and I need a quick little bit of cash, yes, I could go to an ATM and liquidate a portion of my savings or checking account. However, what I've noticed about this is I go out and buy it and I kind of forget it exists. And that sounds crazy, but it's like this untapped well of tangible assets that you can just move into at any given time. Now, some people would find that quite tempting, but for me, it's an incredible safety net, especially times like this where we have tremendous volatility in the market and we are at any given time one Trump tweet away from losing 10% of our portfolio value. However, what an incredible hedge against that kind of thing happening than owning some physical silver, because as the dollar tends to devalue, silver traditionally has moved in the inverse. So if I'm trying to hedge myself against a inflationary market, which post 2020 we are all experiencing, gas prices have nearly doubled in some places. A dollar just quite simply doesn't go as far as we all know. And so, yes, this silver is I'm still averaging my way up each month. However, what I have acquired previously has more than offset that. And the real question I want to answer is, if you don't have any silver, should you buy today? I would say absolutely, okay? it's an incredible hedge, again, against a volatile market and a volatile inflationary situation like the United States of America is in right now. Secondhand, owning physical wealth building assets as opposed to, you know, ETFs and stocks like that, it's another segment. So you have your priority, which would be your 401k, your, you know, retirement accounts, right? You would have your alternate, right? You would have a tax brokerage account. Perhaps you would have an emergency account. You would have a contingency plan, much like an emergency fund would specifically be for a contingency. Then kind of like in case of emergency break glass fund, which is where silver comes in. If, you know, and I don't want to go doomsday prepper tinfoil hat. However, you know, if there's a time that, you know, a server farm goes down, I'm unable to access my bank accounts, there is a widespread issue, you know, something like that, I'm not going to be left without money. Now, cash sitting in a shoebox, cash sitting in the mattress, well, that's all fine and dandy, but that cash sitting in the mattress, that cash sitting in a shoebox is not going to appreciate like this did in 2025 and 2026. So, as for, do I recommend buying it now? Absolutely. Again, just for the reasons that we talked about before. It's a great hedge against the inflationary climate that we find ourselves in right now. And like I said, put a few $100 if you can a month and go out and buy what that gets you in silver. It's going to change every month. But the thing is, at the end of the day, once you start stacking it, you can get it obviously in different quantities. You know, I have this kind of cool, you know, 1 ounce, 45 caliber like bullet here. You have the 5 ounce bullion here, kind of got the America the Beautiful coin. This one's from 2015, kind of cool. Then you can do 10 ounce bars, Year of the Horse, 2014. So lots of different options. It's fun to collect, satisfies a little bit of, you know, retail therapy for me at least. It's nice to be able to put money into the market per se and then get something kind of cool in return. And then as you see that stack grow, it is rather satisfying, and it also provides you a sleep well at night feeling, which these day and age, we all need. So that is my not expert analysis on the silver market right now, and if you should go out and buy some. Again, just speaking from my experience and what I do with my plan, absolutely, it works for me. This is my strategy, and it's served me pretty well through all the ebbs and flows of the market and the precious metal market as well. So if you liked anything in this video, go ahead and make sure that you like the video before you exit. Also, in the comments, let me know, are you investing in any precious metals? And if not, tell me why. I'd love to start a discussion, and if you have another topic that you'd like me to discuss, please leave it in the comments below. I'm delighted to bring up anything and everything. So again, this is Ask a Guy. I am Guy, and we'll see you in the next one.